Namaste. Welcome to this lesson on Hindi writing. In this lesson, we will learn about Devanagari consonants. Devanagari is the name of the script that Hindi uses. Today, we will be learning about the consonants given in the first row of the chart that you can see on the screen. We will learn how to pronounce and write these consonants. So, let's begin with the first consonant, K. K. To write this one, start by drawing a straight line. Half a circle is drawn on one side. This is taken over to the other side and brought down like this. And then a line is put on the top from left to right. This is how K is written. K. Notice that on the chart it is written as a KA. K. This A sound that you see here is not an open mouth sound like ah. So we don't pronounce this letter as ka, but the correct pronunciation is k, k. More like a closed mouth A sound, or you could also remember this sound as this k, k. In the chart that you can see over there on the consonants, you see that all these consonants, their pronunciation, the sounds end with the A. This A is always a closed mouth A sound, which is pronounced like a, a. This is true for all the consonants that you see on the chart. So the first one is k, k. This particular letter is a velar letter. That means the back of the tongue touches the soft palate. When you pronounce this, back of the tongue touches the soft palate. It's a velar letter. Also, all the consonants that we learn today that are from the first row of the chart, all these consonants are velar. That's how they are pronounced. Let's go to the next consonant now. The next consonant that we have is kh. Kh. To write this one, we start by drawing something like a number 2 with the tail curled slightly up. A line is drawn next to it, and then something like a curve. Half a circle is drawn on that line, and then you put this line on top from left to right. This is how we write the letter kh. Kh. This letter is an aspirated letter. By aspiration, I mean if you place your palm in front of your mouth, when you say this letter, a puff or a burst of air is thrown on the palm. So you feel the puff of air on the palm. K, K. In the previous letter K, aspiration was not there. In this one, the aspiration is there. K, K. It is a velar letter with aspiration. So back of the tongue touches the soft palate and aspiration is also there. Sometimes when writing this letter or in certain textbooks in certain fonts, you would see that this part is also attached like this. So this is another way you would see kh is written in certain texts with the tail of number 2 attaching here to the line. But it is not a necessary element while writing this particular letter. You can also write this letter like this. Kh, kh. Also, this line that you see on the top that we are putting in the end from left to right, this line is used in Hindi to connect multiple letters as a single word. For example, if you're writing a two letter or a three letter word, then you have to write the letters back to back, the two or three letters, and in the end, you would put this line on top from left to right connecting all the letters as a single unit, as one word. That's why in the chart, if you have a look, you would see that all the consonants are covered with this line on the top, this final stroke, which is added to make the letters connect as a single word. Now let's go to the next letter in the row. This is G. G. Half a line is drawn. It is taken slightly up and joined back like this on the half line. And then next to it, we draw a longer line like this. And in the end, the line on top. This is G. G. This is also non-aspirated letter. GA. Okay, so we've seen three letters so far. First one, K, KA. All these A's are closed mouth, sounds. Next letter, Kh, KHA with aspiration. The third letter, G, GA, non aspirated. Okay, let's go to the fourth letter now. The fourth letter is Gh, Gh. This is G with aspiration. So for writing this one, we draw something like a tilted number 3, and then a line is connected to the end of 3 like this, a straight line, and then a line covering the letter on the top. This is Gh, Gh, GHA. So this is the G sound with aspiration added. Gh. Moving on to the next letter that we have in the row. This letter is Anga. Anga. To write this one, we start with a small line, then something like an S is drawn here, then a dot is put in front of it, and a line on top. This letter is Anga. Anga. No aspiration in this particular letter. The A sound is closed mouth. It has a slight nasal sound, this particular letter, Anga. This letter, because Devanagari script is also used in Sanskrit, Sanskrit uses the same script. Anga was a letter which is used in many Sanskrit words. Very few Hindi words use this particular letter, but it is still a part of the script that we are learning. So this is Anga. Now I'll just quickly take you back to the letters we've learned today. We start with the first one, K, K. Second, Kh, Kh. Third, G, G. Fourth, Gh, Gh. Fifth, Anga, Anga. So these were the letters for today. In the next lesson, we start learning the letters given in the second row. I'll see you then. Namaste.